Hey guys, before we get into our math for today, I just want to do a quick review. So this whole thing is a multiplication problem. The top number that's being multiplied is called a multiplicand, okay? The number that's multiplying is called a multiplier, and the answer is a product. All right, so that's a very quick review before we get started. Hi eels, today we are going to do some geometrical multiplication, okay? And before we get started, you're going to need a pencil, graph paper, you're going to need 3 colored pencils, you're going to need blue, green, and red, and it would be good to have a ruler for straight lines. All right, so today I'm going to show you how to draw a picture using your multiplication problem. And the problem I have for us today is 3,432 times 43. All right. Now, I want to draw a picture of my multiplication problem, and I want to begin with my multiplicand, okay? So that's the one at the top. So starting from the right, I'm gonna mark 2 squares with the dot. So let's give ample space, and we'll start down here. So we're going to basically graph out 3,432. Now pay close attention. Here's our starting point. We have 2, so 1, 2. Next number is 3. 1, 2, 3. Next number is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And our number after that is 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so I've just constructed the multiplicand from right to left, and now we are going to connect the dots together. And so I have 2 units, I have 3 tenths, I have 4 hundredths, and I have 3 thousandths. Now I want to draw my multiplier, and we're going to mark 3 counting up from here. Our multiplier is 43, okay? And we always start with the units. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to connect those. Remember, it's 43, so we have 3 units and 4 tenths. Now I'm going to multiply. 2 times 3 is 6. So we are going to count the 6 boxes within our range. So we have to stay within here and here. So units times units are units. And we are going to color that green. And inside we're going to write 3 times 2 equals 6. Now on the side here, with all this extra space, we want to make sure that we write in our partial products. And partial products just means parts of the overall answer. So we'll start with the units here. So the answer we get for this, we're going to put it here. Okay. Now we're going to do 30 times 3. Remember, we have to stay within our range. So we have 9 squares inside, right? 3 times 3 is 9. And what are 10 times units? Tens, right? So we are going to color that blue. Here it's 30 times 3 equals 90. Now remember, we're going to do our partial products and make sure that you keep lining up the units. And here we have hundreds times units, which equals hundreds. And we have to make sure we stay within our range. All right. And we said hundreds times units equals hundreds, so we are going to color this in with red. And inside we're going to do 400 times 3 equals 1,200 or 1,200. And we are going to make sure that we write it down. All right. Now we have thousands times units are thousands. And for this, to stay within our range, and the color for thousands is green. And 3,000 times 3 equals 9,000. If you notice, there are 9 squares. Let's remember to add our partial products. All right, now we're going to start with the tens place of our multiplier. Now here it's units times tens, so we're going to go straight into the blue, correct? But before we do, we need to make sure that we stay within our range. And we color it in blue. And 40 times 2 equals 80. Let's add our partial products here. And again, we have 2 times 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have a total of 8 boxes in there. Pretty neat, huh? Now we're just going to keep going. Tens times tens equals hundreds. So we know that this answer is going to be colored in red. Before we do, we stay within our range. 40 times 30 equals 1,200. And if you notice, 1, 2, 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 12. And then let's write in our partial products. Okay. Now we have hundreds times tens equals thousands, right? And thousands are green. But before we do that, let's map it out. Here inside we're going to write 400 times 40 equals 16 thousandths. And we're going to make sure that we add our partial product. And last but not least, thousands times tens equals 10 thousandths, and 10 thousandths we know are blue. And before we do that again, we stay within our graphing range. And we are going to color that blue. Inside we're going to write 3,000 times 40 equals 120,000. All right, so we have finished graphing a portion of our problem. Now, what's left to do is to add all our partial products together, okay? So here, we have 0, 0, 0, 0 plus 6. And we are going to put whatever we get down here. Now here we have 17, then here we have 4, and 1. Sure you put the proper commas. And this would be a good time to check your answer, okay? So up here we have 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. Then we have 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1 is 17. 4 times 3 is 12, and then you add 1 is 13. So our final answer, and I'm just going to move it here for the sake of space. 6 plus 0 is 6. 9 plus 8 is 17. So then we add 1. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 7 plus 0 is 7. 3 plus 1 is 4. And 1 plus 0 is 1. So this answer should match with this answer. All right, and that is how you draw out your multiplication problem. Make sure to put your name up here. at the top right corner, along with the date. Right, and then this is called Geometrical Multiplication. All right, now I challenge you to do your own problems. All right, so I hope you guys have fun. Thanks.